Bobby Johns in car 46, the Petty Plumbers, and the possible last-minute car failure. The white flag says 1 lap to go. Beauchamp is moving much faster than Johnson in a desperate bid to win. Wins it. Johnson is the first man to see the checkered flag, the same as looking at more than $27,000 in cash, and the historic pride of winning the first World 600 race.
But it's almost over. Pearson zooms out of the second turn on his way to the white flag. And suddenly, something does happen. Rubber goes flying as Pearson's right rear tire blows on the backstretch. There's no time to stop. It's all or nothing at all. Pearson has got to get that Pontiac under the white flag and then clear around the mile-and-a-half track again with nothing but hot, battered metal holding up the right rear side of his car, limiting his speed to a mere 40 miles an hour. At last. But meanwhile, Roberts is pouring it on, coming almost 100 miles an hour faster in a furious attempt to beat Pearson's crippled car to the checkered flag. For Pearson's pit crew, every second is torture, but they can only pray. Don't stop. Please, don't stop. Roberts is cutting deeply into Pearson's lead. On, and with sparks flying as he struggles down the homestretch a final time, takes the checkered flag. What a race! What a day for David Pearson and mechanic Ray Fox.
With a new track record of 125.5 miles per hour for 600 miles, Nelson Stacy, in his number 29 Ford, outlasts and outruns the competition to win the World 600. Nelson Stacy rolls into the winner's circle as crowds cheer.
Out goes the white flag. Just 1 lap to go. But what's this? Lorenzen's coasting. Cars stream by him. He's out of gas, trying to coast the final mile. Cars continue to whistle past him. He's creeping down the home stretch. Lorenzen wins, and now he cuts across the infield apron to the golden ring. Tranquilizers, anyone? Lorenzen, his car, and the golden ring soon are swamped with jubilant Ford fans.
Petty inherited a lap lead when he grabbed the steering wheel. And it's a good thing because Spencer actually is turning the track slightly faster. Don White is third, 7 laps back. Only a short distance to go now, and Petty is aware that Spencer and Lady Luck are his only worries at this stage. It appears he can handle Spencer, but that female may be another matter. All he can do is ride and wait and hope that nothing happens before he goes under the checkered flag. And for Petty, Old Glory was never this pretty.
As is Davy Pearson in car number 17 and Bobby Allison in car number 6. And it doesn't look, Fred Lorenzen, like they're going to be able to catch Pascal because he's got about a 5-second lead on him.
It sure doesn't, Bill. And it's going to really be something this last lap. I sure hope he makes it.
And here comes Pascal around turn number 4. Pearson is about 5 seconds behind. There he is. He's just coming into the number 4 turn. And here's Pascal. The checkered flag is out for him. And there he comes across the finish line. And here comes Davy Pearson across, and Bobby Allison across also. So there you are. In the finish, Pascal, Pearson, and Allison, and there is Jim Pascal, and what a weary, happy guy he must be right now as he slows way down.
Arthur Allison, a son of Hueytown, Alabama, streaks toward the finish line with room to spare. Charlotte's checkered flag is his. It's a sweet victory for Bobby, who's finished second to his brother 4 times. His average speed, 140 plus, the fastest 600 ever. The white flag. If he can make one more lap, he's got the big one. Here he is out of the 4th turn onto the tri-oval and screams his Dodge Charger under the checkered flag. Buddy Baker wins the Charlotte World 600. He wheels his big red Charger right to the entrance of Victory Lane and stops, because it's here that Buddy Baker ran out of gasoline. Richard Petty is back on the track and running, but way down. He was in the pits for almost 28 laps while they adjusted the suspension, and he's still handling poorly. There's the white flag. One more lap, and Buddy Baker will take home his 2nd consecutive World 600 trophy. Out of turn 2, and that Hemi is still wound up and pulling away from the pack. Onto the front chute. After 400 laps, Buddy Baker slides his Dodge Charger under the checkered flag, winner of the world's longest stock car race. David Pearson goes home with the 2nd place money, Cale Yarborough 3rd, Bobby Isaac 4th, Benny Parsons finishes 5th. The white flag, one more lap to complete the longest stock car race in the world, and it's now or never for Richard Petty. He has that Dodge wound out all the way. Entering turn 3, he begins to set Pearson up for the slingshot, but can he pull it off? Onto the tri-oval, both cars are flat out. Petty can't make it, and David Pearson flies under the checkered flag, winner of the 15th World 600. With just a few feet to go, Bobby Allison fired his Coke machine past Darrell Waltrip to steal the 3rd place money.
Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the World 600, Richard Petty, career win number 170.
Into turn number 2. Pearson just flying, in trouble. He's hit by Benny Parsons, spinning, sliding. Bobby Allison going by. Benny Parsons and David Pearson have crashed in the 2nd turn. The field racing back to the line, and when they come to the line, the caution will be coming out from this crash in turn 2. Both Parsons, there's the white and yellow flag. And the race is academic from here, David Hobbs. All Waltrip has to do is just drive around, and he's won the World 600. Allison will not be allowed to go by him as the yellow flag and the white flag are being displayed.
Well, what a hair-raising moment. With just 2 laps to go. We saw Benny out of shape there, and David Pearson just didn't quite make it past him. Here we see Benny Parsons screaming around to take the start-finish line with the front all stove into his car. And as you say, Darrell Waltrip's going to win this race now.
Parsons back to 6th position. Here's Waltrip coming out of turn number 4 for his 4th Super Speedway win of the year, his first win ever in the World 600. Waltrip is first, and it will be Donnie Allison in second. There he is, Allison pulling along to congratulate the winner.
They are nose to tail, halfway down the backstretch for second spot.
The battle now, second place is Earnhardt. Goes to the inside of Richard Petty. Earnhardt goes down underneath. He's got second place, but let's not count out Richard Petty. He goes underneath Dale Earnhardt and reappropriates second spot.
Checkered flag for Darrell Waltrip, but here comes the battle for second. Petty gets it coming out of the 4th corner, and he will finish in the number 2 position. Earnhardt will run 3rd. Cale will run 4th, and Benny Parsons will finish 5th. What a World 600 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Jack Yaroot.
The 1979 World 600 is now history, and the winner is Darrell Waltrip.
Back straight away. Parsons holding Waltrip off. Here they go for turn 3. The last lap. $377,000. Down tries to go low. Waltrip is finding the inside. He pulls up. He's inching along. They're into lap cars. Waltrip goes back to the outside. Parsons is blocking it at the line. Benny Parsons does it. Benny Parsons has upset the odds makers today. They said he couldn't do it. Parsons just pulled it off. Waltrip settling for second. Listen to this crowd. All day they've waited through rainstorms. One of the slowest 600s, but one of the most dramatic.
Checkered flag. There's more to it than that after what we've seen today. White flag is out. Here is that scrappy, determined Cale Yarborough, still fussing, still fighting to get a lap back. That left arm of his so badly, right arm of his so badly burned. But he's in there all the way, 600 miles of distance. What a determined campaigner. And the checkers are about to fall. The 22nd 600 at Charlotte has been won by the Harry Ranier team, crew chief Waddell Wilson. And here is Harry again for the Burt Reynolds Hal Needham team, crew chief Travis Carter for
Here goes Elliott, trying the outside line down the backstretch. Nothing there. Tucks in behind Neil Bonnet. 3 and 4 will decide the issue. $450,000 on the line. Elliott looks to the inside, slips up on the outside. He'll try the long way around. They're off turn 4. They're coming to the checkered flag, and Neil Bonnet will win the World 600. Well, Dick, he held on. That's all you can say. He held the kid off.
Yeah, what a finish. I'll tell you, you go down 600 miles and you see a car a couple feet apart. That's racing, man.
They battled all afternoon long, 4.5 hours to come down to an interval of 2 car lengths at the finish. Bonnet wins it over Bill Elliott. Allison third, 1 lap down. We'll be back to talk to the winner in just a moment.
And Neil Bonnet must be counting his blessings. A valve cover retainer washer was what broke what another man heard. You'd think those mechanics would be deaf after all those years to hear something as minute as that, Bill.
When it's something that important, kid, you can always reach back for a little extra hearing or anything.
Here comes Neil Bonnet down. Richard Petty is closed up some as we get down to the finish. It will be a checkered flag 2 years in a row. Neil Bonnet pulls it off and wins the near $500,000 World 600 on the 1.5 mile Charlotte Motor Speedway. There you see his crew. There is tuckered out as the driver must be, as the car is coming in headed for victory lane.
And he'll be another one of the drivers that said he won this race 3 times.
He laps by second-generation driver Randy Baker. Up in turns 3 and 4, the Miller High Life Buick comes off the 4th corner, addresses itself to the starting line, and there's the checkered flag. Bobby Allison joins Buddy Baker and David Pearson as the only 3-time winners of the World 600. So Richard Petty does not win his 200th career victory today. Back straightaway, Waltrip drafts off Bobby Allison. A lap and a half to run. 4 miles to go at Charlotte. Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Well, if the number 11 car, Darrell Waltrip, was mine, I'd roll the dice and just try to go.
Working Bobby Allison off turn number 4. Back to the start-finish line. White flag for Waltrip. He's seeking to win his first Winston Cup race of the 1985 season. And on pit road, Earnhardt had to get a push to get going. Now he's away. He'll be the 4th place car, perhaps even 5th to Labonte.
Earnhardt alone on the racetrack in the middle of the back straightaway. Our battle for second place again is Richmond and Yarborough. Is Yarborough still running 3rd? Heading into turn 3, it's Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt looks like he can coast home now to the Coca-Cola 600 victory. Earnhardt, the crowd is on its feet and waving as Earnhardt now on the front straightaway. The checkered flag is out. Dale Earnhardt wins this race, and it's going to be Tim Richmond who takes second from Cale Yarborough. Yarborough will finish 3rd. An exciting finish for second place. Harry Gann is 4th. Darrell Waltrip is 5th. And congratulations to Dale Earnhardt. You see the excitement in the pits down there as Dale Earnhardt has just won the Coca-Cola 600.
And a jubilant Wrangler crew as Tim Richmond will pull up alongside Dale Earnhardt and congratulate his young friend. And Earnhardt now waving to the crowd, some 150,000 strong here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as Richmond signals him to congratulate his friend. Earnhardt picks up the 3rd victory of the year in the 1986 season.
Well, he becomes the first 3-time winner, as you said, on the Winston Cup circuit. A great day for Dale Earnhardt and the crew. You have to give some credit to Kurt Shelmerdine and Richard Childress. The car was not handling well at the beginning of the race. There were problems with the car all day long, but they fought, and the old rule, never give up, really came into play today for Dale Earnhardt.
Indeed it did.
Second, Morgan Shepherd has it over lake speed right now, but it's Kyle Petty who this crowd of over 160,000 is on their feet cheering for Kyle Petty in the middle of turn 3. Now he's in turn 4. If he can just get it home safely, he says. Kyle Petty now the short chute on the front straightaway. Kyle Petty is going to win the Coca-Cola 600. What a day for Kyle Petty and the Wood Brothers team.
And the Wood Brothers are jubilant there in Victory Lane. On pit road as they head for Victory Lane, they are excited. The second place finisher, Morgan Shepherd, the best finish of his season. Morgan had previously finished 5th at Rockingham, finishing 3rd. A good run for Lake Speed in the car number 83. In 4th place, all unofficial until the final rundown, we have Richard Petty. And in 5th, 2 laps down, we've got Darrell Waltrip.
Here's Wallace, last ditch effort. Crowd is up on their feet, 130,000 strong. Let's see who's going to take it in turn number 3. Waltrip, a beautiful line. Here comes Wallace moving to the inside. Wallace pulling ever so much closer as they come to the stripe. And he drives into the grass, Wallace, as he finally has to settle for second place. It'll be Darrell Waltrip, the first man in history to win this event 4 times.
Let me tell you something. It's really neat. Every person here is standing and cheering for Darrell Waltrip, a guy that they all used to love to boo. And that's how the things can change. And that's a great victory for Jeff Hammond. It's a great victory for Rick Hendricks. After some of the adversity they had, we're glad to see Darrell back in that victory circle where he belongs.
There you see the top 3. Number 27, Wallace, pulling up a little salute. Alan Kowicki alongside. And Darrell Waltrip has won for the 4th time, the first man in history to do so, the Coca-Cola 600. Here he is ready to lap Larry Pearson once again.
Bill Elliott and Mark Martin are running side by side. Looks like Mark Martin, they're going to race it right to the line.
And that is a good battle as Bodine is pulled away in 4th, and Martin is challenging Elliott for the stripe. Coming down for the checkers, it is Darrell Waltrip for the 4th time. And there's a little bit of a slide coming to the line by Mark Martin, and across the stripe it'll be number 9, Bill Elliott for 5th. Bodine will finish in 4th today. Ken Schrader will be 3rd, and it will be Sterling Marlin for 2nd position, but it's all Waltrip.
Look at that shot of that pit crew. Now, they're not, this looks like the fight last week, but no, they're all celebrating. They're throwing each other up in the air. Just as much contact here as there was last week.
Back straightaway.
Particularly down low, because that's where the oil was, which is where the rest of the run down there.
Wallace in front. Here comes Elliott. Charging. Wallace fading high. Bill Elliott down to the inside. Last lap, last turn to the side of the 600. Coming to the stripe. And for the first time in his career, Rusty Wallace has won Rusty Wallace has won the 600. Unbeatable today. Rusty Wallace comes home champion in the Coca-Cola 600. Bill Elliott for second. Mark Martin with a valiant effort had to settle for third. We'll give you the rest in a moment, and you'll meet the champion, Rusty Wallace.
It's been unbeatable.
Close so many times. Doesn't count for anything in automobile racing. For this moment, as he comes around to win his 9th Winston Cup event, this day, this entire month of May in Charlotte, North Carolina, has belonged to the Alabama gang. Davey Allison has done it, and he's done it in style. His grandfather must be proud at this moment back in Alabama watching this one.
I tell you what, he's 2 weeks here. They just had to watch him.
Ken Schrader will come home second. Harry Gant finishes fourth. Earnhardt sandwiched in between, gets third with number 3. Dale Jarrett has a wonderful ride. He gets himself fifth for the Wood brothers. There'll be some joy in Virginia tonight. And finishing sixth, the other Allison, Bobby Allison's car. Hut Strickland having a great day.
Came to turn 3.
Got a good lead. He got a good jump off that corner. That was Dale's end. This is the end for number 4, Ernie Irvin. He's better in this corner. But it looks like he drove it in there. The car got up a little high.
Down to finish the 33rd annual Coca-Cola 600. And by 3-4 car lengths, Dale Earnhardt has come home the winner of the Coca-Cola 600 for the second time in his career, his 53rd Winston Cup career victory. Earnhardt has pulled it off, won his first race of 1992, and you'll meet him in Victory Lane in a moment. We watch this battle further back in the field. That's third spot in jeopardy. Out in front is Earnhardt sailing away toward his third Coca-Cola 600 victory. Here to the inside comes the 18. Down to the line comes the 3. They're side by side in a battle further back in the field for third. Back to the line comes Earnhardt to win it. Across in second will be Gordon. Here they are for third. At the stripe, it will be Jarrett. Dale Jarrett defeating Schrader as they come to the stripe to end 600 miles, 400 laps in the 34th annual Coca-Cola 600.
600 miles and you beat a guy by a foot. That's something else.
It's Earnhardt. What a program for that program Chevy.
The other night, I saw him as emotional as ever after he won the Winston. This might top it.
On this Memorial Weekend at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Good company. No, they did the right thing. I wouldn't have took a chance on it, but they did.
Earnhardt up to congratulate him.
They ain't shaking his fist at him. No, not really.
4 cars out of fuel in these final moments. Sterling Marlin slowing down. He's come out of fuel. He's dropping back, and he's headed on the pit road now.
They told him he was
running third. Yep, deja vu.
Here comes Bobby Labonte for the checkered flag.
Checkered flag is down, and the winner of the 1995 Coca-Cola 600 is Bobby Labonte. Waited a long time for this one to come together. Former Grand National Star in 1991 is their champion. He's just pulled it off. 13th at Sears Point, the last time out. And he's done it tonight. He's given Joe Gibbs a victory in one of the greatest Winston Cup races of the year, the Coca-Cola 600.
Be getting him back now.
Around Rusty Wallace, who's worked his way to 34th in that crushed and battered car number 2. Heartbreaker for him tonight, as it has been for so many.
and down out of the fourth corner. North Carolina's own Dale Jarrett has done it. He has won the 600, the 37th running of it. Dale Earnhardt will come home in second place. Ford has won tonight at Charlotte under the lights. And going over $1 million on the season is Dale Jarrett, and stepping as close as you can get to the Winston Million. The only thing between him and it, 500 miles at Darlington, South Carolina on Labor Day.
We have a trouble on the
Jarrett blows up on the last lap. Dale Jarrett lost a cylinder. It goes down.
Okay, the yellow's out.
The yellow's out.
Have
They're
to
racing
back.
Racing to the line. Dale Jarrett blows up. The 24 car.
Look at
coming
this.
around.
Look at this. Rusty Wallace is moving in the back of Jeff Gordon here.
Something's wrong on Gordon's car. Here comes Wallace. Gordon is pinned on the outside. Down the straightaway they come for the finish. Closing is Wallace. Too late. It's Gordon across to win his second 600. Smoke pouring up down the main straightaway as it erupts out of car number 88, Dale Jarrett, on that final lap. And Jeff Gordon holds on to win it. Rusty Wallace making a great run at the end for second spot and trying to take that lead away. Patty Moise has continued to draw away, but now Wallace has closed in a little. Mark Martin moves to the inside of the 18 of Bobby Labonte. All for naught as far as the victory is concerned. Down they come out of turn number 4. And for the third time in his career, it is Jeff Gordon winning the 600 in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Coca-Cola 600 will have Gordon's name on the trophy. Jeff Gordon has done it. And it is a surprise. It was not that big a deal all night long, but when it counted, it was the biggest deal here.
It was the whole deal, making that pit stop, taking on 4 tires. He had to have it. He had dropped all the way back to 5th before that pit stop.
And driver after driver driving by, waving at him, congratulating Jeff Gordon on his victory.
Trying it to win his first win at Charlotte. His 11th race here. The 99 staying in front. Another set of turns. Here comes everything thrown into it by Bobby Labonte. But the checkers are ready to fly. They're going to belong to Jeff Burton of South Boston, Virginia. Yeah! And Wade Smith has won $1 million. And he may need a respirator.
He said it's a big one. Oh!
And it is a bigger one here for the Roush Racing team. And Jeff Burton, the 22nd driver to win the Coca-Cola 600 in 40 races. And a congratulations. How about that for sportsmanship at the end of the event from Bobby Labonte.
All Matt has to do now, though, is not make a mistake.
Final set of corners. Here he comes. Winston Cup win, #1 in the Coca-Cola 600 for Wisconsin's Matt Kenseth.
And what a race to have your first win at.
We talked about on the final pit stops, track position being so important. Matt Kenseth's team got him track position. Got him up there, just behind Bobby Labonte's. They both quickly passed Jeff Gordon, who got 2 tires. Then Kenseth dispensed with Labonte, led the rest of the way to score the victory, his first in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series.
Quite an accomplishment for Kevin Harvick. He's becoming the Iron Man of this series based on the fact that he runs the Busch races on Saturday, no matter where they are, and then comes back and runs these Winston Cup races on Sunday. That's quite an effort on his part. Coming off turn 4 for his first win of 2001. Jeff Burton wins the Coca-Cola 600. Kevin Harvick beats a fast-closing Tony Stewart for second.
Mark Martin fourth, Bobby Labonte, Jimmy Spencer, Ricky Rudd, and Jeremy Mayfield posts across the line.
Must be out of fuel.
Beat me, Jeff.
I'm telling you, they're saying at last. Finally.
He hasn't won since April of 2002. Agonizing year. Boy, he's got just a little bit more traffic here. Here comes Kenseth. A little bit more. He's got a lot of traffic. Kenseth is in worse shape. He's hung up back here as well. Mark Martin has never won the 600 at Charlotte. He has now. Now he has. Mark Martin wins the Coca-Cola Racing Family 600. Comes Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon in. Jeff Gordon just barely. Battle for fifth. Battle for fifth. Yep. Jimmy Johnson ends up in seventh. Look at this group. Boy, that is a happy bunch. Well, they split the bonus with Mark and the rest of that team. Speedway and NASCAR officials have conferred, and for the safety of the fans getting home, they are not going to take what they estimate would be 3 hours in this damp air and damp ground to dry the track. The race is official. Jimmy Johnson won $1 million last Saturday night, and he banks the Coca-Cola 600 tonight. Matt.
Look at them. They're going to be 3-5.
Bobby Labonte in two. But we stay green.
Caution lights are on. The caution lights are on. The caution lights out.
The line here. Back it down, Jimmy.
It's over if they get to the line.
I think Michael got second.
The field was frozen.
And coming to the line, Jimmy Johnson wins his second straight Coke 600.
Man. Led 333 laps. Right at 500 miles.
Well, now this will take some sorting out, because at the moment of caution, defined as when the caution lights or flag are displayed, the field is frozen.
And the lights were on well before the yellow flag came out, but I was looking right down at the lights, and they were on.
And it all happened behind this young man, who wins this race for the second time in a row, joining Buddy Baker, Darrell Waltrip, Neil Bonnet, Dale Earnhardt, and Jeff Gordon as back-to-back winners of the 600.
Be smart. He can't do it. I don't believe he can do it unless Bobby messes up.
There he goes to the bottom, Darrell. They're going to be side by side. Bobby's on the half side.
You can't pass over there. There's no way.
What's that?
One last charge right here, man.
It's all over, boys.
What's that? The last best move made
outside.
too soon.
Here he comes. Outside. Outside.
Just like in Atlanta last March. He's not going to be able to do it. I don't think they're side by side.
Here he comes. Jimmy Johnson.
Right at the 48 car.
He did it. 3 in a row, Jimmy Johnson.
By 2/100ths of a second.
I thought when he got beat off of turn 2, it was all over, but he drove it in on the outside and won it. He's off turn 2. He clears Joe Nemechek. Got clear sailing. The 4 cars up ahead of him, but I don't think it's going to be a factor.
He will lead 158 laps tonight. Casey Kane leading this train on the final lap.
Here he comes.
Engine number 9 brings it to the finish line. Casey Kane wins the Coke 600.
Jimmy Johnson finishes second. His streak will come to an end with the Coca-Cola 600. Carl Edwards third. Mark Martin fourth. Another Roush car. Matt Kenseth fifth.
Jimmy Johnson finishes second. Says, "Dad, come! I had a bad night."
Yeah.
He doesn't even need this. He just needs fumes. That's all he needs.
Yaley second. Kyle Petty third. Reed Sorensen, Brian Vickers.
No pressure, and he has got it made. He can coast. He can coast from there.
For the National Guard, Casey Mears is going to win his first Nextel Cup race, the Coke 600.
Good for him. All right.
Becomes the 4th Hendrick car driver to win this year.
Look at Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty gets a 3rd.
And J.J. Yaley finishes second, by far his best ever Nextel Cup outing.
What a finish. Way to go, guys. That was exciting.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Thank you, National Guard. I am out.
He's out of gas.
That's okay.
Yes! Unbelievable job, guys. Unbelievable job. Woo!
Yeah, this...
Thank you, guys.
Well, he got voted into the All-Star race. He was in it to win it. Banked $1 million last week. And Casey Kane, the 2006 winner.
Now there's 6.
Comes off the corner, and Casey Kane wins the Coke 600.
Edwards is down on the apron in 3
He's
and 4.
He's out of gas. The 99 is out of gas. This is him we're riding with. All of these, he's losing positions right now.
He's going to make it to the line, but he's losing a lot of spots.
Now, Kyle Busch will finish in second in that 18 car.
Man, what a finish. Oh, my gosh. People wrecking, blowing tires, running out of gas.
And our tracker up here is unofficial, but it is showing that's the 1 lap to go being shown.
Yes.
So we'll have to get an update here as soon as it's official.
See you, bud.
Ken Butler.
Well, David Rudiman has won the Coca-Cola 600. So cool. Welcome to the Lipitor post-race show.
How about that?
A big waggle off turn 4 last time. He is oh so agonizing close to giving Chip Ganassi the Memorial Day double.
Well, the old vortex theory, she worked in, Mike.
Because we just made a clean sweep of their checkbook.
Roger Penske prevails. Kurt Busch wins the Coca-Cola 600. Jamie McMurray, Kyle Busch, Mark Martin, David Rudiman, the top 5. Jeff Gordon, Clint Boyer, Paul Menard, Ryan Newman, and Matt Kenseth, the top 10.
That's what I'm talking about. That was awesome, buddy. That was freaking awesome. I have never seen anybody drive a race car and be as smooth as you were and hang in there like that, dude, when we got off and everything else. I appreciate it, dude.
What a topsy-turvy finish to the Coca-Cola 600.
And Dale Jr. is scooting away. Uh-oh, he's slowing, isn't he?
150,000 people on their feet.
Jr. is slowing, he's out of fuel. He's out of gas.
And as at Indy, the leader at turn 4 does not get to the flag. Harvick, the closer, wins it.
Once again, where did he come from?
Golly gee.
Have you ever?
No, I have. Once again, never. Are you kidding me?
That just beats all.
Achilles heel. Hell yeah.
Double Cup champion Ned Jarrett and the '89 champion Rusty Wallace each won their 300th start. That's the number Casey Kane is on tonight.
Pretty nice celebration.
Around the turn to the front straightaway, the 13th career win for Casey Kane is the Coca-Cola 600.
Kane was able tonight.
It's his third Coca-Cola win.
Man, great job tonight, guys. I'm proud of you guys on pit road, man. Y'all did a heck of a job, man. That was great. Great job, Casey.
Kane is the 16th different driver to win for Hendrick Motorsports. He gets his 4th Charlotte win in 17 starts and his 3rd in the Coca-Cola 600. Kane, Busch, Hamlin, Logano may end up 4 cars under a blanket for second. Rounding turn 4 for the 22nd win of his Cup career. The Coca-Cola 600 goes to Kevin Harvick.
He did it.
Casey
Great
Kane
job, man. Great job.
holds off Kurt Busch.
Thank you.
With Denny Hamlin 4th and Joey Logano 5th. Newman, Stewart, Boyer, Truex, and Ambrose the top 10.
Love Gil Martin, great crew chief, buddy of mine from home. Nice job tonight. 29 team, the 29er.
This used to be Jimmy Johnson's house. And then they repaved the joint and they got away from him, but looks like they got it back tonight. This is Johnson's 7th win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
First win of 2014 for Jimmy Johnson. Chad Knaus and the Lowe Chevrolet.
Well done, Jimmy. Well done, buddy. Did a great job today. Thank you for all your hard work and your patience. Did you, brother? That was 48 business all day long right there. Thank you, boys. Roger that, man. Roger that. I love these races. Good job. Pit crew, way to pull it together there, guys. Good work. Proud of you all.
I'm holding my breath, Larry.
Carl Edwards.
And so is Carl.
Makes the move to Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota pay off as he comes off turn number 4 to win the Coca-Cola 600.
He did it.
By about 5 seconds over Greg
Holy
Biffle.
guacamole, buddy. Awesome, awesome job. Hey, Jason, the race is over, right? The race is over. Checkered flag's waving. You see the fireworks. We won the Coca-Cola 600. Great call, Darian. Way to make it up, man. Way to make it happen.
It's Edwards' 24th career victory, and it ends a 31-race winless streak going back to Sonoma last June. A mile to go. Will he make it?
No, he's going to make it tonight.
Don't do that, Mike. He's fine. He's good. He's all by himself.
You know what? When you put yourself in this position, you earn the right to go get a victory like this. Great job to this team.
Off turn 4. Martin Truex Jr. for Single Car Furniture Row Racing wins at Charlotte the Coca-Cola 600, his 4th career victory.
He can breathe now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Man, hell of a job. Hell of a job. Just remember your swerving coming in, or burn no going down to the right. Burn no going to the right.
Tell you what, if he can just make it, if he can make it to turn 3 and 4, he can coast.
Now Kyle Busch just went to the outside of the 78 to take over second place. If he runs out of fuel, he'll be the winner.
That 3's got it made. He's down on the bottom, coming around turns 3 and 4.
But he's got to get there. On fumes, Austin Dillon wins at Charlotte for Richard Childress Racing, Dow and Chevrolet.
Wow.
And look at new crew chief Justin Alexander gets swarmed by his crew.
I know him by Deuce because he used to work at Hendrick Motorsports. So congrats, Deuce. Congrats, Austin.
Yeah.
Coming around to lead his 377th lap of the race. To take home his 47th career win. The Candyman comes. Kyle Busch gets it done at Charlotte. He has now won everywhere.
Yes. You guys are amazing. Awesome job. I can't thank y'all enough. Ever since I was a kid, I dreamt of this, man. Yes. You earned it today, pal. We had Sergeant Tosh on our side there. Thanks for that. Great work, guys.
I didn't think the 19 car, after he hit the wall in the beginning of the race, would win it, but he did. Oh, around there goes somebody on the back. I don't know who that was.
11. Boy, heavy.
Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin.
Heavy crash.
Big crash.
Most everybody gets through there. No caution. Checkered flag in the air. Martin Truex wins the Coca-Cola 600.
Did have a wreck on the back.
Racing for Navy Chief Petty Officer Nicholas Null, who lost his life in Afghanistan in 2011 at age 30.
Unreal job, man. Unreal job. You're the man.
Specialist Null, or Chief Petty Officer Null.
Glad we figured this thing out. Appreciate you sticking with me.
backstretch, final
He's got
time.
a pretty good run on Keselowski here. I don't know if he's close enough. Brad Keselowski.
Off turn 4 into the checkered flag. Michigan's Brad Keselowski wins NASCAR's longest ever race.
Hell of a job. Hell of a job. So proud of this team. I don't even have words.
Jeremy Bullins, the crew chief.
Stops, guys. Put us in position.
And what a weird situation to get it done, right? With those 3 second places back in 2017, a pole and then go ahead and win the race. Gonna do it again right here in 2021.
Kyle Larson wins the Coca-Cola 600. Rick Hendrick, career win 269. The irony of returning the number 5 to Hendrick Motorsports this year, the number with which All-Star Racing, owned by Rick Hendrick, scored their first victory at Martinsville with Jeff Bodine. Coming to the white flag.
White flag, no help, either one direction.
Next flag ends the race.
Man, Denny drove it up in there. Same thing, just like early in the race. Kyle Busch gets loose on the outside. Power move by Denny Hamlin.
He's got no help by 2.
The longest and one of the most exciting Coca-Cola 600s ever comes down to the final corner. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing, and they come to the line. Hamlin wins by 2 car lengths.
What a race.
Hell yeah, Steve!
48th career win for the 41-year-old from Chesterfield, Virginia.
Way to stay in it, guys. The crew, awesome job. You guys, well done. Very well done.
Such a fast race car driver. So capable of finally getting it done right here. Bring it around here, boy.
And Byron closing on this final lap to within 0.8 of a second. But off turn number 4, the Coca-Cola 600 belongs to Ryan Blaney.
That's a big one, Tony.
And a big congratulations to Roger Penske winning Indy 500 and the Coke 600 in the same year. Amazing feat.
So, the Coca-Cola 600 is official. Christopher Bell is the winner, his 8th career win. So here's a look at the top 10. We've discussed the first 4.
He's in the wall, though, just trying for everything and running out of racetrack.
Into 3 and 4 for the final time. How about it? From the back to the front, Ross Chastain wins the Coca-Cola 600.